So if AJ wins, she'll be in solid contention, moving into alpha bracket. If MarieTrans wins, then she'll also be 1-1, meaning she'll need this next set as well as a win to make alpha bracket. Starting off, we see a Megalodontia.
Joe!
Indeed, Joe. Are both players? Both players!
Wow. Almost near mirror. If AJ plays that one block further up, that would have been a perfect mirror.
Yes. Though, I do think I like AJ's placement a little more. It's a bit more towards the center, and I'm gonna be real. There's just now 3 separate parts of the board. There's the top, there's the bottom, and then there's just the inside of the Joes.
Yeah.
You're. It's interesting now how both of those have completely changed the dynamic of this map. It almost looks like Lake property.
I feel like that crack-on could have been played better, maybe inside the Joe, perhaps.
It could have, though I know MarieTrans probably wants to get some like forward pressure, take up some space,
Yeah.
and Drizzler can be played.
Ooh,
as well.
Drizzler. We don't see that card very often, but it is still a card in the video game, so I guess people use it.
I mean, it's seen a resurgence because of Joe, because of how nicely it fits in together. Though, MarieTrans not able to stop the gnarly eddy from happening, however. That's a bit unfortunate now, as MarieTrans is essentially locked out of that side of the map.
AJ has 4 special points already here, and MarieTrans has just 1. Just the 1.
Yeah.
Well, 2 now.
The second one now.
It's still quite a big difference. But they are equal in points, so perhaps we can see Marie come out with some great base combos here, and change everything.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
The Drizzler allows for things like curling bond to be played. The ballpoint splatling allows a spot for Splatana Stamper to be played. There are options. It's just having to be able to utilize those options. Unfortunately, Octostamp removes the space.
Bombs. That curling
doesn't
bomb
have a space.
just got blocked off.
And that's a bit frustrating
now.
now.
Good to play that now.
It can be played to maybe get a special point from the ballpoint splatling, but it's going to take up other space now, and MarieTrans probably isn't going to have a card. Oh, I'm mistaken. Drawing Suction Bomb instead.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
That was a very lucky draw.
Indeed. And, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's it.
MarieTrans, very lucky draws.
Just about on par with Adrian. There's a 3-point lead from AJ and 1 more special point, but all things considered, they're pretty even. It's just a matter of if Marie can find a good special spot, because from the looks of things, it doesn't seem like there's any amazing ones.
Yeah, and only having Steel Eel as the largest card means that there's not a whole lot of opportunity to retake the lead. Poor Boris is going to be huge.
Yeah, that's an was that an almost perfect Ouroboros?
It's almost perfect.
Yeah, that was an almost perfect Ouroboros. Like, there's almost no competing with that. That is, yeah.
I want to bring it up real quick, just because I see it kind of as a result of what was done early on. Megalodontia plus Drizzler does take up a lot of space, but it also leaves so much of it vulnerable because all the special points are outside of where
Yeah.
all the turf is. So it's super easy to play something like Ouroboros, Kohozuna, Fry Shiver, any large card really over all of that.
Yeah.
So AJ is going to be able to take advantage of that, win this first game pretty handily. MarieTrans will take us
Mansion.
back to Mask Mansion. Seeing that both of these players used Joe in the last match, I would not be surprised to see it show up this time.
Joe? Oh no, Joe. Wait, it's probably gonna
We'll get a redraw potentially.
Oh,
That is
oh my
not
god,
ideal
that
at
is
all.
not it. I'm sorry, that is not it. That is a terrible starting hand for the Master Mansion.
Oh, there's the Megalodon we're talking
and
about.
AJ got a Joe.
It is devastating.
That is.
It takes
Yeah,
up
that is
so
devastating.
much.
There's hardly any competing with that.
Though the heavy spawning gecko will.
Able to. AJ's already attacking Marie's base here.
MarieTrans is just so far behind. There's barely any spots to play already. Even though she won that clash against the big man, they're still even on points. But there's a clear advantage for AJ here just because of that opening draw.
Yep.
Steel Heal, activating special point, just taking up some space. Dynamo Roller.
Could be interesting. Unfortunately,
It should be
you can't
able...
really play it anywhere that's good. You can play it in that corner, which will give them a special point, but it doesn't really let them get any better access to AJ. Oh wait, no, it doesn't even give them a special point. Never mind. I thought it did.
Yeah, it leaves a spot open. It can be placed later, and it can definitely be utilized, but there's just no forward momentum from it, and that's just the thing. MarieTrans is just locked in her base right now, not able to do a whole lot. Steel Eel doesn't have much. The Jelly stop any further progress. And in contrast to the last Mask Mansion match we saw, there are basically no special points at all being activated.
Yeah.
AJ has 1, MarieTrans has 0. We're gonna have to see how they figure out how to start building up those special points for the end game. Once again, another clash, no special points.
Yeah, Marie does not have a lot of momentum here.
At this rate,
almost every single time they try and play something, it keeps getting blocked off in one way or another.
Yeah. Able to play... Both players, Tri-Slosher, now able to activate special points. Not a whole lot, but at least something to worth their effort.
I feel like maybe placing Suction Bomb further up would have been better because it would have given you the same amount of special points, but it also could have blocked off any special attacks that could be done from that special block there, because as it is right now, that block could probably end up being somewhere the AJ plays their 312s in the final few turns.
While I partially agree, it would also give AJ another special point, which is not really what you want to do.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and only now they're getting the Joe and 10 bar game.
Interesting here.
Oh my god.
They're actually tied in terms of turf points. Even with the great space advantage AJ had, she's not able to make the most use of it until now. There's 2 turns left though. AJ seems to be pulling ahead.
Yeah.
We'll have to see though if she can finish it out and close it out. MarieTrans, very nice rapid blaster spot, activating 2 special points. Though
yeah, no, they're not
17
winning
points
this.
down. It is
Yeah.
very rough. Barely able to
like-
just take the lead, and AJ just both players with ink back. That will seal game 2 for AJ, and that will actually give AJ her second set win, advancing her to Alpha Bracket already this early on.
That game definitely showed the importance of a good starting hand. Like,
Yes.
obviously, like, some people were... Like, obviously, a starting hand doesn't make the entire game. Sometimes you can win, but on that game there, Marie just got completely blocked off, and most of it is because of the starting momentum that AJ had from that.
And that's the
Like,
and that's
AJ
something you
was
have to
just
do with
able to block off almost everything that Marie had.
Yeah, just going back, thinking about the redraw there, I'm pretty sure MarieTrans had something like tri-stringer that would have been able to loop to the center much easier, and then got a little greedy trying to go for something better and ended up with nothing. So that's something, unfortunate. This starting hand, however, I would absolutely redraw. Getting a much nicer hand, Steel Eel, Steelhead,
that's a lot nicer.
Drizzler. We're going to have to see how MarieTrans utilizes those cards. Drizzler, not the most ideal in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of it on this map. Though Steel Eel does have great reach, and so we're gonna have to see how that works. AJ starting with Splatter Color Screen. Probably not a great sign of things to come from AJ's side.
I mean, as good as Splatter Color Screen is, you still want to reserve it for final turns.
And MarieTrans will win the clash against the big man. That's really important, blocking off the side for both players, but especially for MarieTrans here. The heavy Splatling Deco wins again the clash.
That just barely got blocked off fully. If that heavy Splatling was placed very slightly differently, AJ might have been able to get in.
Though it doesn't, and now MarieTrans will have an opportunity to press a bit more aggressively here. Meanwhile, AJ has an entire, I suppose, just blocked off now. No way to advance. There's a solid line of yellow in between the two players now.
It looks like it's just going to be the base building game from here on out.
Yes, unless MarieTrans wants to use the Rapid Blaster and try to advance. Instead, using it for special, which I do like. Being able to get special earlier, maybe make a quick break. And I don't think MarieTrans would have been able to utilize the Rapid Blaster that well, considering the light tetradualies that were played.
The little bit that pokes up at the top would have been able to very barely get into the base, I'm pretty sure. And then could have played the Splatana Stamper afterwards.
Or the ZF Splat Charger. Either one, yeah.
Yeah.
Though the Steel Eel very likely would have stopped any other forward progress there.
Yeah.
And so now we are on to base building. How are these players going to be able to generate special points on a limited amount of space?
AJ still has a lot of space that's been filled in, but I guess both of them do, really.
Though I will say I do not like this curling bomb play. It takes away the one Drizzler spot you had, and you don't really get too much for it. So now, being stuck with Splatana Stamper and Octo Stamp, I'm gonna go in like full critique mode here. I would have preferred it to be played up 3 tiles higher, so you could play the Octo Stamp next to it, activate both of their special points. Though I suppose this does work. It's kind of just more intuitive to play it in the corner. Both cards in the corner, so you can activate both of them.
But like before, there's a special point that's relatively close there with AJ's that could have been blocked off if they played at the top, or at least somewhat blocked off anyway. Could have just could play it diagonally somewhere, but.
We're gonna see MarieTrans. MarieTrans does have plenty of options to keep generating special points. The Octo Stamp, the Suction Bomb, it won't generate any special points, but Splash Mob, the 10 cost card we see there, will be played and can gain just more special points just by, or not special points, just say turf points. 10 turf points is pretty important here, being down by 12. And especially with AJ now taking a special attack.
Ooh.
A nice little 1 point clash at the top there.
The 1 point flash.
We're going to have to see how MarieTrans responds to this, because AJ looks to be taking, or at least wants to take, more space. MarieTrans only having Octostamp to be played, there's really one place to play it there.
Yeah.
And now we get to the final
really
picture. MarieTrans with 6 special points. This is not a bad spot to play your special attack. It takes up quite a bit of space. Unfortunately, you won't get any other special points from it, which it could actually be a deciding factor here. We'll see a pass from AJ as the scores get slightly more even. The Splash Mob.
Yeah, this is pretty much even now because both of them only have 3 special points on 10.
Though MarieTrans doesn't have anything to be played for 3 special points. Splash Mob and Ballpoint Splatling both cost 4. So while MarieTrans will take the lead, she has no play in this final turn and will have to pass. As AJ very likely has something that can be played. I would be very surprised if AJ had to pass here. Especially with the time that was already taken. Down by 3. AJ just needs 3 points to win this match.
Yeah. And he likely has something lined up. Yeah.
There's the GoTuber. Custom GoTuber will take it. And that will be a clean 3-0 sweep for AJ in this play all 3 set. Very nice. The crown being awarded over AJ's head. And so that will mean, as I said before, AJ will qualify for the Alpha bracket, and MarieTrans will qualify for the Bravo bracket.